Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with Charlotte Katakuri versus Purple Luffy. And here we are. I forgot to hit start immediately, so we are actually looking for our pudding search, and I just noticed I take 5 cards. I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember. I literally was explaining it this weekend to my friend and I got it perfectly, so the fact that I'm doing it here is so frustrating. But we end up passing turn. We actually went second, so we should be at 2 Dawn, which comes up in a second when I get confused. But my opponent is playing Purple Luffy, which very much love that deck. I am definitely going to be doing more Purple Luffy, but I just love Katakuri. I love yellow. I can't help it. So he goes ahead, ramps to 4 Dawn here. And here I am being really confused, like, wait, I only have 1. How do you already have 3? He's like, you're supposed to have 2 Dawn. And I'm like, oh, crazy how that works. So with the 4, he ends up tapping 4. But before he does that, he does decide to swing 5 here. And I don't hate Flame Slice, but it's not one of my favorites to have, especially in a Katakuri deck. We end up getting Gadatsu, and yep, I fell right into the trap. Oh, just kidding. No, I didn't. I thought he was going to drop Purple Luffy on me. He ends up playing Zorojuro, getting his search off, and grabbing, I believe that's Onami. And then we top deck another Sparrow, which I think is exactly what we wanted. So we do end up going to 4 Dawn, and I'm thinking we swing 7 and drop a Sparrow. I'm thinking that is the play. Swinging 7 into life. We get a pudding right there. I feel like that's okay to have there. It's counter, and I'm pretty low on counter, unfortunately. But with the 7, we do end up getting 2 cards out of hand. 3 Dawn tapped to play out the Charlotte Sparrow. I love that alt art, and I've recently gotten almost every one of my Sparrows alted. I'm just missing 1, so I'd like to get 1 more of that art because, oh my god, it's so good. But yeah, so we end up passing turn, Sparrow on board, ready to start doing some damage. And yeah, my opponent is taking his turn, swinging the 6 into life, and I don't have a ton of counter in my hand, so I do end up taking it. Not really worried about taking life here. And oh yeah, there's the law. See, there it is. I knew what was gonna happen this turn. So trying to see, hopefully I'm really hoping he doesn't get my 10 mom. But we'll see what he ends up getting. And he takes pudding, and of course he takes my 10 mom. That's exactly what I wanted. So would have really loved him to grab the other Sparrow, but a 7 or 8 coming through. I go ahead and take that, and I get the Satori, and I do decide to trigger him out, trashing the Flame Split. We get the Charlotte, or not the Charlotte, the Capone Beiji off the top of the deck, so that is nice because it is counter. But we are definitely a little worried at this point. We have, you know, the Gadatsu not doing too much for us at this moment. We do have another body to swing with the Satori, so at least there's that. Maybe I should have kept it as, you know, a counter because I am lower on counter, but we did just get beige, so not the worst option. We end up just swinging 5 at lead, just poking, seeing what we can do. And yeah, they give us the Usohachi, which I am totally fine with. And I think I kind of mess up here, if I'm not mistaken, but we swing 6 with the Sparrow into Zorojuro, swinging 7, and Nekomamushi up top there. That's a pretty good option, I think. The block coming out, and for 4 Dawn, we do end up playing down the Kikunojo, just getting that extra body on the board. And honestly, like, it doesn't have a lot of counter, so extra body on board. But yeah, I am gonna be posting a couple of Katakuri games with a couple of different lists. Ideally, I think I found a list that I like. And if you guys have been here for a long time, you guys know that I really do enjoy playing Katakuri. I don't know. I can't help it. I love this leader so much. And I haven't even met him in the anime, so. My opponent going ahead to take their life to ramp their Dawn, putting them at 9, and yeah, I'm thinking that Kaido might be coming down. They go ahead and swing the 5, and I give them the Gadatsu to get out of it, assuming that they're going to swing something into Kaido, or something. They're going to swing Kaido into me. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. And they swing the 6 into Satori, and I just let him go. Not really feeling like he's worth keeping. They're probably going to pop Perospero, which at this point, I'm okay with them popping Perospero. I'm hoping to get a 10 mom. Either way, if they pop Kikinojo, I heal. So they do end up popping Perospero, and we get to search our top 3. 1, 2, 3. That's what we in the biz call a whiff. Super unfortunate there. Really could have used a 10 mom, but the Kaido swing coming in, we take, and we get the Nekomamushi, and we do just get to play Nekomamushi out, which is lovely, and we get the 2k counter in Brûlée, so not the worst thing. That's definitely, that Brûlée is so good, especially coming out of life. It's so good. It's crazy good. Really big fan of it, and honestly, I've been playing, this list doesn't have anything else new besides the Brûlée, but I really wanted to use some of the other new cards. And yeah, so the next list does have the Big Mom, but I don't like it as much. But we end up swinging, I believe that's 8 into Zordro, and he lets it go, just trying to clear the board as best we can, potentially swing pretty hard into him too. Kikinojo swings, and he ends up taking it, no trigger, and the 8k swing, I'm hoping to get something good in life here. We get an Onami, or not an Onami, but an Egghead Nami. I don't think Egghead Nami is the worst thing to have at the bottom of my life, but definitely would have preferred like a 0 cost or something along those lines. And I'm honestly thinking about playing Hiyori in this deck just because the Hiyori 0 cost, move 0 cost to the bottom is so good. But yeah, so my opponent is at less Dawn, which is really useful. I think only at 7 Dawn if I am counting correctly, which I probably am not counting correctly. He swings pretty big into life here with the Luffy attaching, I believe it's 4 Dawn, and we end up just giving him our whole hand, thankfully getting 2k counters, and we are able to get out of that. And dude, my leg is bouncing, so we end up taking this, and it is the Nami trigger. We can't do anything with that, unfortunately. And yeah, I think he ends up scooping a handful of bricks, man. Well, I've been there, especially with this Katakuri deck, man. I will tell you, I'm trying to find a good list, a good Katakuri list that feels really good, and I think I'm getting close. But this list, I think I liked better. It just didn't have. I really wanted to utilize some of the newer cards, and it wasn't utilizing those newer cards, especially Blocker Katakuri. I think Blocker Katakuri's really good. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep fiddling around with that. But we've got 2 more Katakuri games coming, and then I think on Friday we will be posting. We might be beginning our Doflamingo run. I'm still working on a good list for that I like, and getting comfortable with that deck because I want to do it well. So but yeah, that is gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.